Welcome to another Las Vegas prison inmate update with the Sneaky Link. Thank you all for being here. Please be sure to like and share if you care. We have a lot of updates out of Las Vegas for the cases we reviewed this summer, but first I want to give an update on Robert Roberson. I have been covering his story for 2 years now. Robert is an innocent man who was convicted and sentenced to death for killing his infant daughter, Nikki, back in 2002. His conviction was based on testimony that she died from shaken baby syndrome, a now largely discredited scientific theory. Robert Roberson will not petition for clemency ahead of his scheduled execution on October 16, 2025, and will instead focus on obtaining new trial in his capital murder conviction, his lawyer has advised. If he is executed despite the overwhelming evidence of innocence, Texas will commit an extreme miscarriage of justice and gain international notoriety as the first government ever to execute someone based on the discredited and unscientific shaken baby syndrome hypothesis, which was used to convict him of causing death of his chronically ill little girl over 20 years ago. Please take a look at my previous videos on this case. You will hear new testimony from the prosecutors who deemed him guilty many years ago. This was a very tragic story and is of a sick child and an undiagnosed special needs father. Next, let's talk about Alexander Renteria. We spoke about his case over the summertime. Alexander Renteria, age 23, was charged with manslaughter for the death of Christopher Brian Harris, his stepfather, and was sentenced to 4 to 10 years in prison as a part of his plea agreement. Alexander Renteria detailed that shortly after arriving home from work, he came across his toiletries in a trash can. He removed them but suspected that his stepfather, Harris, had thrown them away, and a suspicion he communicated to his mother. He decided to get to the bottom of it. Renteria confronted Harris, and an argument ensued. At one point during the argument, he walked into his bedroom, grabbed a Glock handgun. He held it tight as the fight continued between him and his stepfather. Renteria then returned to his bedroom once again. This time he retrieved an AR-15 rifle, the police said. Harris followed Renteria and stood in his doorway. The man fired a warning shot into the wall, but Harris then attempted to grab the gun. Then Renteria shot him in the hand and left leg. When asked why he didn't just shut the door as the argument escalated, he allegedly replied, "It would have likely just made things worse the next day." Christian Walker, 44, was found naked, beaten up, bloody, and alone in a prison cell inside the infirmary at High Desert State Prison. On April 15, 2023, officers used force against Walker 2 days before his death, according to the records. Annette Walker alleged her son was beaten up by officers and that there is a cover-up surrounding his death. Shortly after Walker's death, the 8 News Now investigators obtained leaked proof photos of Walker's bruised body, in addition to information from concerned sources about the alleged beating. The lawsuit referred to the discovery of the witnesses, whistleblowers, photographs, as well as expert opinion that differs from the conclusion made by the coroner's office. A record multi-million-dollar settlement has been reached in a Nevada wrongful death lawsuit. On Tuesday, attorney James Ureta told the Associated Press that the state has agreed to pay $4.6 million to the state to settle a lawsuit accusing prison guards of beating Christian Walker and leaving him for dead. For today's final update, Manuel Sin City Mannywise Ruiz, 41, faces 2 charges of open murder with a deadly weapon in connection with the June 8th shooting in front of the Bellagio Hotel on the Las Vegas Strip that claimed the lives of 44-year-old Rodney Finney Finley and 43-year-old Tanisha Bubbly Finley. Police said Ruiz told them he thought Finley was reaching for a weapon and believes Finley's wife also had a weapon. When detectives confronted him about her injury to the back of her head, he claimed she must have turned around. No weapons were found at the scene of the shooting, which Ruiz fled, according to the police. When detectives showed Ruiz a video that showed him approaching Finley while firing shots, he became frustrated and asked to speak with an attorney. Manny has decided to dismiss his counsel, so we're back in court for more updates. Is this due to him being in belief that public defender Roberson cannot handle this case, or has his family gotten private counsel? We will be live from the courtroom as usual for more. This October 16th at 9 a.m., there is going to be a motion to dismiss his counsel, and there will be a status check on November 6th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Thank you for tuning in today. Please remember, create with care, share with good intentions, subscribe with high expectations, and like with love. Yours truly, Sneaky.